I had a massive panic attack after that show. I don't have them very often anymore, panic attacks. I used to suffer from them quite a lot growing up, but I had a proper full-on, couldn't be in the same room as people. It was like, how many people were at that show? That was 700, right? I went off the stage and I got in the lift, and the security were really nice. They let me through, and I just went and I laid down on the sofa and I just wished the ground would swallow me. Being stood there for like a solid 5 to 10 minutes, just completely fumbling. Like, it was like the length of 2 songs it took for me to finally give up and bring the band back on stage. And oh man, it sucked. It really sucked. It was the band were all very nice. They kind of left me alone during that period, but like, holy shit, man. After that, I didn't play any acoustic songs for a while on stage because I was going to be able to do it. I was having a bit of a brain moment, and I get through to the area we're filming, and there's a big yellow screen, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is it. I was like, this is the moment. I've seen so many Genius interviews. I'm now going to sit in this chair and I'm going to have to do the thing. And I sit down and I go, hi, I'm Wilbur Soot, and this song's called Call Me What You Like. And I proceed to sit there going, and they're like, right, so can you give us the song? And they're expecting me to go, I never was a fan of the internet. Never felt as safe in my own head. But instead I go up and I go, I never was a fan of the internet. She never felt that safe in her own head. In America, you all hate everywhere else, but like not even in a fun way. Like I take the piss out of Birmingham in a fun way. I don't hate Birmingham. I've had a pretty good time every time I've gone to Birmingham, but it's fun to take the piss out of it because that's just people from the black country are like that. They like taking the piss out of themselves, like Wolverhampton area and things. But it's like in America, you guys all genuinely hate each other. Like when I was in Medford, I was talking to my Uber driver. I was like, I'm really excited to go to Portland, and he was like, don't fucking be. It fucking sucks there. It's just full of homeless people and people will mug you and you're gonna get shot. I was like, what the fuck? I go to fucking Portland and I'm like, I've just come from Medford. It was really nice. Everyone's like, oh, more like Methford. More like fucking Methford. Bunch of hillbillies, bunch of hicks. I'm just like, what the? You are not joking, chat. I've had Uber drivers and people in shops and just random people I've met in America. I also went downstairs to the hotel shop at 1 a.m. and bought myself some ramen noodles and a chocolate bar. And he went, dinner of champions. And I looked at him like this. And I felt really bad. I was so grumpy. I was like, I almost fucking jumped on him. Fucking like, I just need noodles. I need food. Anyway, we then headed out of Seattle. Sorry, not Seattle. We headed out of Boise, Idaho, and we went to Salt Lake City, Utah. That was fun. Salt Lake, I mean, I'm a Utah guy through and through. I was born there, so I used to work in a petrol station in Utah. So, Utah's been like my thing for a while. And being there in Salt Lake City was great. I've always had a fun time. Salt Lake City, I always describe it's like if you ever played the Washington DC. Washington DC is a really weird place. It's everyone is in a suit in Washington DC. Everyone's really official. It was really strange, but I'm a big American history fan, so I did the whole walk from Capitol Building all the way up to Lincoln's Memorial. Abraham Lincoln is the spitting image of my grandpa, who I'm apparently the spitting image of. So, mark my words here, this is going to come back to haunt me in like decades from now, right? But I'm saying it now for posterity. When I get old, I'm probably going to look like Abraham Lincoln. And being stood there in Abraham Lincoln's memorial, looking up at him on his seat, the great man he was, I just saw my grandpa. It was a giant grandpa. I was like, oh, hey, that's just that. It was really surreal. I was just like, oh, there's my grandpa. Sick, you know? Yeah, so we played DC, and then it was time for our final. Man, I could probably name the amount of people on one hand who deserve that. And it's not fucking me. But thank you. And I'm so honored. And I feel like I can share with you guys because how close I feel like I am to you guys, and how, not parasocially, but there's different levels of love. There's the love I have for my friends. There's the love you can have for your family, for a loved one, a romantic partner. There's love you can have for everyone. You can have love for a group of people. You can have love for an idea, and you can have love for a fan base and what a fan base gives to you. And it is different from a romantic love or a friend love or a family love, but it is still love, and the world needs more of it. So I do love you guys, genuinely. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. But either way, back on track. My mental health has been in the shitter.